So, let's talk about productions. There are so many more vanishes in Coin Magic than there are productions. I'm not completely sure why this is. I think magicians like vanishes more, but I find that spectators really love productions. Vanishing, they just start looking for where it went. When you produce, that's it. It's very final, right? You can't look for where it came from, kind of. That moment's past, right? But the vanish it's gone, but it must have gone to somewhere, and it increases this kind of over-rationalizing of the mind. They start looking immediately and play the other hand game with them. Show me that hand. Show me what's in your pocket. I mean, they just start poking and prodding at you. So I think it's often best to actually reproduce a coin soon after vanishing it. It doesn't have to be a transposition effect, though that can be very strong. It can just be, you vanish a coin, disappears, you go, oh, sorry, it's over there actually, and maybe you produce it off of their knee or their elbow. I don't know why, but you will get 10 times the reaction if you do a production off of their knee or their elbow or whatever it may be. It doesn't matter if you're doing you can do the exact same production in the air, but just do it off of their knee and people lose their mind. I don't know why, but it's a wonderful thing. Go out, produce coins off of people. It's silly, but it works. So let's talk about a basic production. We can do this Ramsey subtlety. Alright, we talked about this before. Coins held, finger palm. You gesture like so. You can say, but. Let me show you something. Over here, you can open the fingers even, right? Like you're going to grab something. Right as you go to grab, the thumb gets put on the coin. Fingers get extended, gets pushed to the fingertips. Show the edge, and then you turn, okay? Now there's motion with this, but we'll go over that in a moment. The reason why you show the edge and then turn is it really gives that feeling of the coin just kind of popping into view. So we're here, like we're grabbing something, right? Thumb goes on the coin, and now like we're pulling it out of a hole. We have this kind of back motion and this turning action. It really makes it look a lot more visual. Whereas if you just go like this, it kind of looks like you're pushing it from behind the fingers. This looks more like you pull it out of something, just a little bit. Now this same production, thin air, get 10 times the reaction to just do this off of somebody's knee. You don't even have to have this this turning action. You could literally just push it out from behind the fingers, but because you did it off somebody's elbow or whatever it may be, people lose it. It's weird. Another fun production, the Ramsey subtlety, is to literally just, with the Ramsey subtle, reach out, grab, and throw. And it's the easiest thing because you just release. That's it. But I don't know what it is. This used to always get great reactions. I did it one day while street performing out of just laziness. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get one of those. And it got such a strong reaction, I kept doing it. In my experience, you continue to get great reactions. So a little thing gets a good reaction. This I think makes the hand feel really empty. And you can hold between the second and third finger and actually lift with the second finger so that coin turns a little bit. And from the front, you want to be careful. You don't want to flash that little bit of silver in there. So you want to make sure that you're not tilted down when you do this. But you can get this nice feeling of the hand being a little more open than this. This works. But there's something about that little step thing that looks good. Boom. You drop. Very simple. The last one we're going to go over is one that I first saw done by Eric Jones, but I believe it belongs to Troy Hooser, and it's off of the shirt. So you get here, boom, and it pops into view. It's a nice production because it's a nice little sudden. You're here, you have here you have a chunk of shirt, and then a coin appears. Nice. And most clothes are fairly elastic. right? So for this, what you're gonna do is we're gonna reach up like this. You're gonna go grab a piece of the shirt. Your thumb's gonna go behind the coin. These fingers are gonna go behind the arm. And you're gonna push it behind the shirt. And then grab some fabric with the first finger. Really bend it over the coin so those edges don't stick out, like you saw me make that mistake a moment ago. And then you just pull, letting it release from the first finger and letting that coin pop into view. That's it. It's really simple. Eric Jones has some really fun subtleties on this move. He does some really neat, he's got some neat extra ideas. It was in his Metal project. Was it Metal 1? Might have been Metal 1. If you haven't checked those out, fantastic for beginners. Highly recommend it. So that's gonna cover our basic productions.